Well, hey there, everybody. I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you're all doing well out there, ready for a good weekend. We've warmed up a little bit here. Now we're going to have rain for a few days, but it's a little bit more moderate temperatures, so I won't be sleeping as much. I've been like a bear in hibernation since we've had cold weather here. Sleeping's just been so good. But anyhow, I want to share my thoughts on 100% raw food diet in winter. People are always asking me something to do with raw in the winter. How do you get through the winter? Or what can you do to substitute if you're not all raw in the winter? So, I got you today. If you haven't already done it, I'd appreciate if you go down there and hit that subscribe button now. Then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. You know, this is crazy. I'm not really into that vibe, and I honestly, it's not like I have a care either way. I just don't care to spend one bit of my energy debating the fully raw versus not, versus eating cooked. And something I could suggest too is on social media, I might give people a little bit help, just kind of putting people together, going directly in a straight line. I got some people that always are telling me how stupid I am for eating this raw food, this ridiculous. Then I have other people on the other side telling me how stupid I am, that I'm not raw is law 100% all the time. I ain't got no interest. Wait, let me repeat that one more time. I've got zero interest in arguing, debating the point with either side. I eat what I eat. But what I would suggest is I can be a facilitator. Just let me step back. If you've got, if you're in one of those categories and you're ready to pop off with that, if you eat cooked food, go find a fully raw person. Do the debate with them. If you believe raw is law, vice versa. Go find somebody that doesn't believe in eating raw at all. That way, y'all will be happy arguing with each other. You'll be out of my hair because I don't care about that subject. I'm not about the labels and this and that. To be honest, I think it really depends on where you live to a large extent, and not so much. I'm finding too, everybody assumes it's always about the cold or about the weather. No, a lot of times it's more about the availability. I can't help anybody there. I got questions, people ask me on Instagram, or people will mention like, oh, I just can't eat this in the winter time. And I'm like, well, shit, you're on the internet. You've obviously got a little money to pay for something. You don't have a jacket? You ain't got hoodies? I mean, yeah, I'm not up in the tundra or anything, but it's been down freezing here in the last couple of nights, and I'm eating ice cream. I have a shirt on, I have my hoodie on, and I have another little coat on in the house until my body warms up. So that one, I can't help you. I don't understand. That's just this. I mean, if you need the psychological edge, that's cool too. But once again, I just do what I do. I stay in my lane. And once again, it depends on where. Are you in the tropics? Of course you could. Of course, if I was back home in Costa Rica, living at the beach, I wouldn't eat any cooked food. And it's not that I'm morally opposed or that I would really try not to. I just didn't do it because, number one, it was hot all the time down there. And number two, I had abundant tropical fruit at my fingertips. So if you go back, that'd probably be about 2.5 years since I've left that house in Jaco. But if you go back past 2.5 years, where I was doing videos from for about 3 years, that little house at the beach, I never ate. I mean, yeah, maybe once in a blue moon, but the only thing I had to cook on there was like a little cheap a 2-burner from Walmart or something. So yeah, I'm living at the beach. I've got abundance. I don't eat it. Not a bite. Got to the mountains. I still had the availability. Even though it wasn't so much I needed it to warm up, I enjoyed a soup in the mountains, made just from like yucca and chayote and some good root things. But yeah, so in the mountain I ate a little bit more. Now, if you're in the northern part of the States, if you're in cold parts of Europe, I'm not trying to discourage you. I know people in Canada. I'll tell you what, go watch Lissa's channel, Lissa's Raw Food Romance. Lissa, even though she's moving to the States, she lives in Canada right now. she's better for you if you're gung-ho 100% raw is law. See, she could help you with stuff like that because she's got a lot of recipes, and also she's just decided she's going to do it. So I'm not telling anybody not, or they shouldn't do it, it's stupid, whatever. I just don't feel like it's necessarily the most natural thing. Like we always talk about, this is the natural way to eat. I don't really think it's as natural when we're not in the tropics anymore, and because this is a very tropical lifestyle to me. So what do I do? In fact, I've got some in there right now. I'm going to have some cooked food for dinner tonight. Ooh, aha. I'll mention this from time to time, and I guess, every moment's like a microcosm. They don't see the bigger picture. I guess I do the raw so much, but I've told you guys over and over and over and over, I'm not fully raw. Anytime I mention that I eat something cooked, somebody's like, they think like they've caught me. Aha! I see you. I'm like, yeah, what the I've never been trying to hide it over here. I try to make the best choices possible when I'm eating cooked food. I have my little things. I don't know if they're really, helping anymore, or if it's just my little particular quirks, but I try to stay away from, I generally don't have fat when I have cooked foods. So like tonight, I got 5 sweet potatoes. I'm gonna have some sweet potatoes, and I will eat a big meal of sweet potatoes, and I'll probably have a green with that. I'll probably sometime during the day go back up to the store and get some collard greens. Because the sweet potato, and I've mentioned this before, to me, the sweet potato is one of the closest things, the way it goes through your body, your digestion, everything else. To me, it's the closest thing to the fruit. I've paid real close attention before, and the sweet potatoes just don't energetically like bring me down so much like some other cooked food might. And I just wanted to read a little something to you here because I wanted to see what the nutrition is, and there's good nutrition in that. In a nutrition battle between a banana and sweet potato, the sweet potato would come out ahead. A baked sweet potato has the same calories per gram as a banana, yet has 1 gram more fiber and 5 grams less sugar per medium serving. A sweet potato has more calcium, iron, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, zinc, vitamin C and E than a banana. However, a sweet potato does have more sodium. Also notable is the sweet potato's vitamin A content, which is nearly 3 times that of banana and meets your RDA in 1 serving. The banana leads the sweet potato in folate and vitamin K. Now, like I say, once again, everybody, has their dogma. They have their thing. The people that are 100% raw, they're like, yes, but the enzymes, they're dead and this and that and blah, 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 blah. We don't live in a perfect world, folks. Every day, like I say, I don't mean like I'm sitting around miserable. I wish I was back home in the tropics. I wish I was down there eating my raw every day. And yes, I thrive more when I'm eating fully. I thrive more when I'm eating fully raw and can get plenty of calories. I'm thriving when I can eat fully raw and have a little variety in my diet of fruit, because that's what I eat. You may disagree with it, and I'm never going to make anybody eat any fruit. As I always repeat on this channel, have from day one, I'm not telling anybody how they should eat. In fact, here's a disclaimer, I won't be responsible for what you eat. You're only the one responsible for what you eat. You're responsible for educating yourself, taking information in. So that's where I stand on the whole thing. If you can do it, if you want to be fully raw and you can do it, do it. Once again, I'm not saying you should just bow out and not do it if you're trying to do it. I'm just saying don't put so much stress on yourself. That's the worst part of it. Anybody that can sail, if you can sail through the winter fully raw, I say do it. Do it. More power to you. But don't spend the whole winter miserable, guilty, every bite of food you eat if you can't be 100% raw. And as I talked about a little while back, if you have sort of that backup in mind, if you have those things in the house, it's much better, because what a lot of people are going to do, and I'll finish up with this, and I've talked about before, they're going to choose staying higher fat over eating some cooked. Now me, I just don't like to go into the high fat thing. In fact, I'm hoping I'm put on a little weight this winter. But if you're not going to be fully raw, just make the best choices you can. Educate yourself. That's all. All I did right there was I just typed in a Google search. Nobody out there is listening to me and doing Google searches. I just did a couple of searches, banana versus sweet potato, and you get information. But once again, you do you. I don't even understand this. I think after so many years, I'm not in many groups anymore. I don't even understand discussing this stuff, debating this stuff. It's like I'm one of those type people that get bored if I'm not challenged. And, after being around 6.5 years, that's why I don't talk with a lot of, I don't participate in a lot of discussions and do a lot of things, because I just don't care. I don't care anything about that subject. You do you, I'll do me. We don't really need to talk about it all that much. But anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Peace.